Hello and welcome to my 20. No, why do I keep saying 25? 75 to 125 guide. Yep, oh, there you go. This is the range version of it, that air water version. This you could also make this in a way into support kind of thing. No, not a real support. You could pick the resurrection spell. It's just really gimmicky. But let's just get right into it. Alright, so when you hit 80 and you go into the respec room, this will look how is it. You have this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. Alright, let's go into why. Instead of picking this one, because you're no longer melee, so you're not get in close combat, so you want this one to increase you the range of portal and increase you the range of time breach and reduce the cost of the spell you're probably not going to use. And of course, distant damage. Distant damage is what we want. This one, this one you want because it reduces the AP cost of your spell that enter your your calm state and excited state. I just gonna call it that. And this one because damage. We like damage. Portals. Portal. This is all about the portals. Alright, what spell should you use? You should use this spell, this spell, this spell, and this spell. Right now, either you can choose this spell or this spell. I chose this spell simply because it doesn't need to be in a fucking line. All your spells is in a line right now. Except this one. But that's AoE, so you shouldn't use that on a single target. So I picked this one because you don't need to be to be in line. I would say this is very useful, but actually this one does more damage. So that's also another thing. Both of them, I would say if you PvP a lot, take this one. If you don't PvP a lot, take this one. Alright, so now we got that out of the way. This one pretty much because it's a knockback spell, so you can easily kite monsters. This one because it has freaking high damage. This one because it has nice high damage, and it doesn't need line of sight. So that's nice. And the AoE, because every spec needs at least one AoE spell. As you can see, I put some in the nerf, but that's just because I had to pick some, so just ignore Earth Branch. Alright, so what are you actually going to pick when you're leveling? So I would actually go here and say, what should we pick first when we're now leveling? I would actually say go with this. Simply because this gives you more dodge, so you can easily come out of situations, and when you jump through portals, you get healed. So that is nice. Actually now, rage and resistance is completely useless. You never want to get below 50% health with this kind of setup. Of course, if you finally do, it's nice to have rage, but the point of this spec is to never get there. In resistance, you're never gonna end or start your turn that close to an enemy, so nope. And I would actually say you should get this one as well, simply because it's more damage and more initiativity, and of course more final damage. And we could kind of argue if should we do this or not, but I think we should. Alright, so you could also try to be a little more, team helpful and actually pick this one. So you either heal your allies more, or you actually resurrect them. Of course, you can only get this to 6, so let's just take that in 6. So, now you're kind of useful for your ally. It's kind of a weird spell, because you throw it on them, and then before it becomes your turn again, they have to die before it actually activates. So let's say Bent. Bent is our friend, and he's really close to death. So we throw that on him, and that means if the enemy kills him, he will be resurrected. And even if he's not killed, he will then be healed for 40% of our maximum health I don't know, still alive for 20%, heal for 30% of our current health. Sorry, my bad. So that's kind of a like, I would say it'd be useful, but Alright, so now we have that out of the way. Let's go into the points. You know the deal. 5 here, 10 here, 15 there. Like, you know, ding, 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 ding. And 30 here. If you're playing a lot in teams, I would say get done instead. And, crit, and 50-50 here, I would say now. And here you need one here, one here. And now, you need to have free control to actually make this spec work. So if you have a hard time finding gear for it, just pick the 2+ control and 40 damage. It's actually alright to do that. However, if you have an easy time finding the control, I would say either get the kit skill if you have a hard time finding kit skill gear and you like kit skill gear, or get the final damage. I recommend getting the final damage or getting the control. It really depends. I would say kit skill is not worth it because you can easily find the amuleto and find, what was it called, the whispering, and then if you are in the guild, you pretty much have, let's see, now I have to count. You have around 8 kit skills, so they will only say you get 2 kit skills from this, and that's kind of a waste in my opinion. Alright, you should have around 11 AP around now, as you can see here. The way you get that is by getting the Solo Monk. You get that from his Freezy dungeon. If you are subscribed, you need to do it 100 times. Of course, you're not going to do it 100 times because you're also going to get solo fragment drops on the way. So if you're not subscribed, you're probably going to do this around, it really depends on how lucky you are, from 50 to 80 times. If you are subscribed, you're probably going to do this around 30 to 40 times. So being a subscribed when it comes to grinding gear is a really big plus. Alright, so let's get back into the action so I can show you how a little this spec actually works. And if I could attack this thing. Alright, here we go. Are you ready for some punage action? This spec's actually, it arounds you for being far away from the target. And I actually think I'm one too far away right now. Let's see. Nope. You see, can easily attack it. We can also... Oh, I forgot you can do that. With that spell. And there we go. And, just keep away from the target as much as possible. You see the distance we are on right now, and we can still hit it. That's kind of amazing if you think about it. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the reason why I'm counting is because if there are 5 away, then you jump through, you don't get the debuff. So let's just give you an example of how you get the debuff. If you jump more than 5 silver blocks away, you'll get this one. That will lower your final damage and your final resist. So you actually take 20% more damage now, and you will do 20% less damage for 1 round. Of course, you lose that debuff after the round. After the next round. So alright, let's have a look at the damage spells. This one is pretty nice because it actually knocks back the target. So it's a good way of, doing damage and keeping the enemy away. It's pretty much, let's say, if they're close to a portal, and if they are close to you right here, and you start your turn, you can't get away. Simply just, push them once. Jump away, and you can actually hit this one to push them even further away, and you can just start damage them. And you can see you're really far away, so you can even, in many situations, you can actually outrange rangers simply because look how far away you are right now, and you can still hit them. That is, I would say, that's the only benefit of being the Air War suspect, because you can simply hit them so far away, and kiting is incredible in this spec. Of course, if you're close enough, I would highly recommend using this spell here, because it just do a lot of damage. And you cannot use each turn to actually get close to the enemy to throw the spells on them. Oh, we cannot really show that now, so... Oh, let's just give up so I can actually show how that works. Alright. And let's attack this enemy. Just to give you an example, this will throw a debuff on him. For each AP, MP and Wakfu you use, he will take more damage on it, so... Pretty much just wanna give him a good smacking. As you can see, we got it pretty high up. If he's under 50% health, he will take more damage. If he's not, he will not take that much damage. So, it's kind of our plan to try to get him below that, but of course, I don't think we can do that. Let's see. Oh, we actually did it. Alright, so now you can see the ticks plus the trail of the spell also tracked. And, you know, the AoE one. It has a bigger AoE, but will do less damage when you're in comp state. And let's just show you one of the last combos you can do. You can throw this one on when you're in comp state. This will push the enemy away. If you are in the I'm just gonna call it excited state, you will pull the enemy to you. So when you're in this state, you can pretty much push him far, far, far away, as you can see. And ta-da! Alright, I think this kind of do it. Of course, we have time breach. This one, as you can see, doesn't really do much at the moment. Because, you know, we're not dying. I hope you kind of got understanding how my spec worked, and, you know, thank you for watching and all that stuff. Goodbye, and may you have a lovely day.